There she is. I was about to message her. And
Oh,
hey, how's it going?
doing so good. This is
Thank you.
Nala.
Yeah, thank you so much for being on the show. I appreciate it.
Hi, thanks for having me.
And I am joined with, let me see if I get your last name right. Nayla Caitlin?
Nala Kathleen.
Kathleen. Okay, I got you. I was close. I was close.
Yes, very close.
Uh, and we'll definitely get into everything that you got going on. But first things first, how did you get started into music?
My parents were both musicians. My mom was into music theater. My dad was also into music theater, and both of them sang for church. So that upbringing got me involved in music. I was actually named after the Lion King. So I think pursuing music was just kind of in my cards. I chose to do it professionally after being involved in music a lot in school, and I just always enjoyed it so much that I decided to go to school for it. I'm actually being trained as a classical vocalist at the University of Louisville right now. So it's just kind of been a lifelong passion for me.
So, as far as your influences in music, it could be mainstream, it could be local, it could be indie artists, whatever the case may be. Who do you consider your influences in music?
I have so many. As far as like artists that I like listen to a bunch, I like Liam Lahavas. She's amazing. She's a more modern vocalist that does. I feel like it's like a jazz R&B kind of mix. I love the way she colors everything. I like the older jazz artists like Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan. Again, they take standards that like everybody's done, but they make it their own, which is something I really enjoy. Tank and the Bangos, I like how bright all of their music is, and how they really are really amazing storytellers.
Definitely love a variety of music. I like jazz, especially when I'm feeling a little bit down and depressed, and you hear that
Yeah.
music that just to ease the mind, like calm yourself
Hmm.
down. Like people nowadays, they love the upbeat, up tempo songs, and I get all that. I like the party too, but every now and then you gotta chill out for a moment. You gotta calm down, ease the mood. So I like the jazz. I like R&B, classical. I'm trying to listen to some more classical, but I guess I become like mainstream music at first, but for the last 3 to 4 years, I've supported a local music. I've become an advocate of supporting local music and indie music. Artists like yourselves, and I heard a lot about you and your group. Sound very amazing. I haven't had a chance to see y'all perform in person, but definitely would love to one day. And with that being said, um, what do you have in store in the coming months? I know you are part of a quartet, Briar. What do you have in
Yeah.
store with them in the coming months or so?
Yeah, we're a four-piece group known as Briar. We perform around the Louisville area. We've got two gigs coming up in the near future. They're both at the Red Herring Cocktail Lounge. We play from 9 to midnight on April 28th, as well as 9 to midnight on May 12th, and both of those are Saturday nights. The venue is gorgeous, and quite a bit of the people that come on those evenings are there to like listen to music. You have your regulars that'll come in and come just to absorb the good atmosphere and spend time with their friends, and it's an amazing music making atmosphere. And the drinks are also really good, which helps. So, so as far as like short-term goals for band, I think that because I'm working with such talented musicians, we can really work the Louisville area. It's such a good music making niche. Like there's so many different venues that are open to live performing music, and they really support the artists in so many ways. Like, they'll help promote us and be like, hey, come listen to us. And so honestly, I would just like to keep working with, of course, the Red Herring. I would love it to perform at DECA with our quartet, work our way up to maybe doing like a Waterfront Wednesday, do Mercury Ballroom. Like, those are all goals that I have for us in the near future. But for sure, we'll be performing April 28th and May 12th at the Red Herring from 9 to midnight.
Definitely go check those shows out. Support local music. Support your local artists.
Yes.
Very, very encouraging to do so. And not only do you enjoy the music, but you get to enjoy the company of good people. It definitely, helped my social skills a little bit, and, not only getting to know people, but to network with people as well. People may not know that, people talk about mainstream artists, and, there's a lot of good people, but they barely get to interact with you so much because of their busy schedules. But for local artists, not only you get to see them perform, but you actually get to chat with them in between intermissions and stuff, or after the show for that matter. They will take the time and talk to you. And trust me, people, I know this. So go check out Nayla and her amazing quartet and show them some love. And while I live in Lexington and I support the Lexington scene, I've heard so many good things about Louisville and their music scene. Mostly.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, so so much is going on there. I keep track on the hip hop side, the rock side, and now with you, I'm keeping track on the classical jazz side as well. You being there and living there, how would you best describe what's out there in Louisville?
I'm kind of a novice when it comes to actually like gigging in front of a live audience. I've been very blessed to be at the university, which is a very safe atmosphere. But I just started spreading my wings in Louisville, and I can tell you it is probably one of the safest atmospheres, I think, for young musicians, because you have a lot of very, very knowledgeable musicians that will welcome you onto your set. Like, there's so many open mic nights, like, in general, as well as, like, there's jazz jam sessions that are happening all around Louisville. And so I would best describe it as just like a very inclusive atmosphere. Everybody wants you to succeed. Everybody wants you to try. Everybody wants you to come listen and have a good time and enjoy just good music. So Louisville is really all about, putting yourself out there and being welcomed by just really amazing musicians to work with. And you will also see that on the other side of the stage as well. Audiences are incredibly welcoming to like young musicians who might not have a whole bunch of experience, which was, me when I started. And they've been incredibly welcoming as like I've made my own personal journey into gigging and stuff like that. So, yeah, I would just describe it as incredibly welcoming and very humbling and just a great atmosphere as well.
So, back to the quartet Briar Rose for a moment. Before, for those that never had a chance to see you all perform before, what can people expect when they see Briar Rose perform? Regardless, small crowd, big crowd, what can people expect when they see Briar Rose perform?
Feel good music. Everyone in the set is, I'll bring a very particular energy with them, and when we get together, it's feel good music. We'll take the most potent part of our set is that we're taking jazz standards and we're putting twists on them to make them more modern, more fun. So we'll do Latin grooves, we'll do swing ballads, we'll do funk tunes, and we'll put our own twist on it. And we never play the same song the same way, which is pretty similar, pretty normal for jazz tunes, like if you think about it, because nobody ever plays them the same way. But I feel like we put a more pop twist on things, and that's where I feel we're heading in an ensemble direction, is a more modern, funky vibe. But it's really just good vibe music, stuff you can come and listen to and enjoy. Yeah, that's really our sound, and we're still developing as an ensemble. So I think we'll find our own voice in the near future and start writing some originals. Especially since each one of us brings a different kind of background to the ensemble. Yeah, that's what we are. Just good vibe music.
That's awesome. I definitely need to check y'all out. You are really selling me what you guys are all about. You really are convincing me to check you guys out, and I definitely will at some point. So I definitely will keep an eye on the upcoming shows. If not the Louisville shows, then I'm just gonna put it out there. I live in Lexington, and I don't know if you guys performed there before or not, but all my Lexington people out there, Cosmic Charlie's, the Burl. If you're looking for some jazz representation or quartet, I'm gonna need y'all to book Briar Rose. Bring them over here. That would be nice. I'm just
we are definitely an ensemble looking to, we're tackling Louisville right now, but Lexington would definitely be a doable location for as far as collaborating over there. And even if you can't make it to like one of our performances, we're going to be recording some stuff, and you can always follow that on our Facebook page, Briar Rose, or email us at music.briarrose@gmail.com if you have any questions or want to book us. We're always open to new opportunities.
So definitely check them out. They are on Facebook, and it is spelled BRIAR Rose. So go look for them on Facebook and give them a like. They'll keep you updated on their music and upcoming shows in the Louisville area, and go check them out. And before I let you go, what would your advice be to anyone that wants to get into music, as far as at least getting started, if you will?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is to decide what you're able to invest, what you're able to sacrifice, because you have to decide what level of interest you have as an artist, because as soon as you are interested, you are an artist. You need to think of yourself as an artist. Like, is this going to be your passion? Is it going to be your hobby, your job, your night job? Like, where do you want to go with it? Because I think if you decide the vision and the momentum that you want to push yourself forward, then you can have a little bit of control over your journey. Because there's a lot of things when you're pursuing any kind of art form you won't be able to control. But if you can allow yourself that control and be like, I'm invested, this is how much time that I want to spend doing it, because it will take time, it will take investment. You'll have good days, you'll have bad days, you'll have good gigs, bad gigs. Like, if you can decide the momentum that you want to go at something, then that'll allow you some control in your journey, which it makes it so much easier on the bad days to be like, you know what, I decided to pursue this. This is just part of the journey. I've had some really awful gig experiences, and it wasn't awful for any other reason is then I walked in unprepared. I thought I was prepared, but I wasn't prepared, and it's very uncomfortable. But I think that you have to be willing to accept and sacrifice. You're going to be uncomfortable. You're going to have bad experiences, but the good experiences will make it so much worth it. So you have to allow yourself control over that little bit of momentum. Like, that'll really make it easy. And like, I think that's applicable to any art form, not just music, just allowing yourself a little bit of control and like what speed you're going to attack this passion with.
Absolutely well said. Just the fact that anyone, regardless if it's mainstream or local or any artist, get to perform in front of people, that takes guts. Not everybody can handle that. There are going to be some criticism. There's going to be some self-doubt. But if you go out there and just know that you give it your all, and that's all you can do. Musicians are some real brave people performing in front of an audience. I'm a radio host, and I could be a little bit shy at times, believe it or not, talking to people. It just takes time to be a little bit more open, and you'll be all right. So
Yeah.
shout out to.
People can tell when you're being vulnerable. You can tell, and they will open up to you if you're being vulnerable with. But it's scary to be vulnerable with people, especially if you don't know them. I think one other thing that's really important if you want to pursue music is finding the right people to surround yourself with that are better than you. They will make you play better. They will make you work harder when you're woodshedding and getting those skills. And they will also push you to just be your very best person, working with people that are experienced, doing what you want to do, asking the questions, like not being afraid to sound silly, not being afraid to ask for help. Like, that's really important as well.
That's very true. And, given what's going on in Louisville, it's a lot of people that's rooting for you all and wishing for y'all to do well. Very supportive community out there. And that's good to hear because, people look at music as competition. But it's more than that, And, people come from different backgrounds and things like that. And they got the passion. They want to go out there and perform, and any support matters, small or big. Or, it's definitely going to an artist after the show and say, hey, I enjoyed that performance. That was amazing. Anything like that helps. So, again, support your local artists, support the local music, and there's a lot of talented musicians in your neck of the woods, and people don't even know it. A lot of people don't know it. So definitely more than ever, support your local artists. And Nayla, it was great chatting with you. Shout out to Briar Rose. Shout out to everyone in the group.